Mm. Yeah. Mm.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Happy Saturday. Okay, so I'm back today just with a chit chat, get ready with me. Okay, going out in a little while, so I was like, you know what, let me come, let's chit chat. I was like, let's talk. It was something that I saw on the internet. I believe it was probably IG. That's where I stay more often than other social media sites. And it touched a nerve. It touched a nerve in your girl. So I was like, you know what? Let's talk about it. So of course I'm going to be doing my makeup. Like I said, my routine hasn't changed a lot. I do have a few new things that I'll be using. And I guess I would say trying. So now I do plan on putting the items that I'm using in this video in the description box, so that way you all have an idea of what products I'm using. Okay, so yes, welcome back to all my subscribers and to my new subscribers and returning viewers. Glad to have you. Welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna get started here with some primer. Okay, now the primer I've been using is by Essence. Like I said, it's a brand that I found in Ulta, and so far so good. So it's the Essence Putty Primer. Alrighty, so what I wanted to talk about was what I saw, and I am gonna put it up there so you all can see it as well while we're talking about it. So it was a post on IG. It was a post on IG by Big Shiesty, whoever that is. So what Big Shiesty said was, is y'all 37? If you've never experienced ballers flying you out the country and splurging on you in your early 20s, it's not gonna happen. Okay, that's what Big Shiesty said. Okay, and I was like, hold up, why 37? Why did Big Shiesty for some reason hone in on 37? Now, you know, for my ladies who are 30 plus, I am 30 plus. I'm like, wait a minute. So it kind of goes back to that flued out culture that the city girls brought about, you know, being flued out, you know, by a man. Usually it's a man. I don't know if there's any women out there flying. I don't know. That's a good question. But usually it's a man flying a young lady out to, you know, to enjoy her, to sometimes it's to meet for the first time. Okay, so let me go ahead and color correct a little bit. All right. To fly her out for the first time. Now, so JT responded to that same post, saying 37 is not old. These young dudes like cougars. Don't lose hope, ladies. Okay, and I'm not sure how old JT is, but I definitely don't believe she's I want to say in my mind that she's probably in her mid to late 20s. I don't even think she's probably hit her 30s yet. And so I was like, you know, I like the fact that she did, you know, say that, hey, you know, the older women still out here doing it too. But the cougar part, I was like, now, do y'all consider 37 a cougar? I don't know. I'm like, maybe, is that a cougar? I don't know. I wouldn't consider that a cougar. I've always looked at a cougar as being someone a lot older, and 37 to me is still very young. Now, the thing is that I do realize that it's relative to your age as to what you feel is young versus old. I remember when I turned 30, which hence to tell you that I am over 30, I had a mental breakdown. I felt like I was old, per se, old. And I hadn't accomplished everything that I wanted. I wasn't where I thought I would be at 30. I felt like my life was over. Why? I don't know. And I didn't realize that 30, you are just embarking on who you're going to be, on who you are. Your 20s are used a lot for you. You're having a good time. If you were like me, you're out there, possibly ruining your credit. You're having a good time, You're not thinking about the future. You're just kind of, and like I said, I'm not saying every 20-year-old is like that. I won't say that. Every 20-year-old is not like that. You have some that are on it as soon as they graduate high school. They're on it. They're, looking at their credit, making sure that they're utilizing their credit cards correctly, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? But when I say that I realized that, when I was turning 30, I had a mental breakdown because I was so disappointed in where I was. I was so disappointed that I wasn't where I thought I would be at 30. I wasn't living where I thought I would be living. I hadn't attained the degrees I thought I would have by then. And I was so disappointed in myself. And I think that's what triggered me more than anything, is I was disappointed. My idea of 30 was I was going to be in my job in the corporate world. I was going to be in a big, a big 2-3 story house. I was going to be driving a Benz. And I might be over exaggerating a little bit. You get what I'm saying? And I wasn't there. I wasn't there at 30. Wasn't there at 30 at all. Now, I was at 30. I did have 3 children. 3 children at that time as well, and married. So in my 20s, I was, mothering. I was being a wife, learning how to do all of that. Because, of course, there's no manuals for how to do that. So you learn a lot of that over time. All right, and let me go ahead and do our Juvia's Play. So we got a little foundation here. Now, what I will say, too, is that this flued out culture, I don't recall that back in my 20s. I don't think it was a thing the way it is now. It wasn't a thing. There was nobody reaching out to you to fly you out, to fly you out. They was reaching out to see if they can take you on a date. That was the gist of it. Can I take you on a date? Can I take you out? And so for me, I did not experience being flued out in my 20s, in my early 20s, as Big Shiesty said. And again, I'm like, are we considering 37 a cougar? I don't know. Not, to me, 37 is definitely not a cougar. Okay. 37 is still very, very young. When you think about the age that you have to be to retire, the age you have to be before you can retire, before you are no longer working, before, that's 60, 65 plus. At 30, you still are like 30, 35 years away from retirement. That's still a whole nother lifetime to accomplish those achievements, to get where you want to go. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was with this flued out culture, these young women, and I don't know, you know, all of them may not be, you know, may not be what people call young. To me, even 40 is still young to me. Now that I'm, you know, I'm creeping up there. I'm creeping up there, okay? So that's still very much young to me. You know, they are being flued out and they're taking these trips. They are accepting these trips from these men, and they get there and they, you know, sometimes it looks like they're not even that interested in the man, but they're wanting the perks of what that man's going to do once they get there. But they are at a place where they're not wanting to give back while they're there, if you get what I'm saying. They're not wanting to engage in anything intimate with the man. And if this man, and my thing is ladies, we can't act like we don't know. If this man has spent, y'all see what flights cost out here these days. If this man has flew you out, which means he bought you a ticket, usually that means he also housed you as far as a hotel, as far as an Airbnb, a condo. He's housing you while you're there. He's gonna feed you while you're there. He's probably, you know, planning on taking you shopping, all that good stuff. He's not doing that just to look at you. Come on now. He's not doing that just to look at you. So if you accept these trips, understand what may be expected of you once you get there. And I've seen some videos where some women have got there and the man is, you know, recording them, showing that they got all the way there, and now they're talking about that, you know, he can't touch her, don't touch me, after he done took her to a 5-star steak, lobster and shrimp dinner, and she like, don't touch me, no, you can't stay in the room with me, all of this good stuff. And I saw one where a man was like, he took her back to the airport and told her to find, he canceled her flight, everything. And I was like, I can't be mad. I mean, like I said, you have to know that something's going to be expected of you. If you know, usually before a guy flies you out, y'all all have been talking at least a while. I would say at least a few months. And my thing is that it's dangerous. If y'all have only been talking online or over the phone or, you know, for a few months, I would say I wouldn't meet anybody that soon from off the internet. To me, it's very dangerous. You know, the world we living in, the things that's going on around us, unforeseen. This is crazy. So if he's been investing that time in you, you have to know that it's something that he's expecting. And to get there and act oblivious and be upset that he's not okay with the fact that you came, but you're telling him not to touch you. Don't get closer. You can't even be in the same hotel room. It's crazy to me. But that's why, you know, I think you have to be careful, and you also have to understand the intention. If that's something that you do not want to do or plan to do when you meet him, and I get it, because that could be the first time meeting him, and you're like, well, you know, I don't plan on the first time meeting him. After he spent that much money, I can almost guarantee you that, you know, he's hoping at the least that something's going to come out of it. So maybe set boundaries, you know, let him know ahead of time. You know, will you still get the trip? Maybe, maybe not. He might be like, okay, you know, well, maybe let's try this again in a few months. So you may not get that trip out to Miami. You may not get that trip out to Mexico, to the Bermudas. You know, if he's flying you out there, it's not just to look at you. It's not just to look at you and feed you and to take you shopping. You know, so you have to be realistic about that. You have to be realistic about that. And then I'm gonna take my foundation brush just to smooth out any harsh lines around my concealer. Okay, any harsh lines. There we go. All right, and then we are going to, we got our wonderful SASHA back in the building. SASHA is back. Miss Buttercup. Okay. So, the other thing was, and I like to dust it a little bit just so I don't have dust everywhere. I think, you know, sometimes it starts to look cakey. You know, it looks a little cakey when you just dip your sponge in the setting powder, but don't blow it off. Sometimes it's so much cake to where it gives that cakey look. We don't like that. We don't like the cakey look, okay? Okay, so yeah, my thing is too, is that every man who's, you know, looking to fly people out aren't these extra young men, and some of them like the woman that's 30 plus. You know what I mean? There's you know, now we have these guys, you know, they want to call them high value men, 40 plus, 50, you know, they're wanting to fly. 37 to them is still somewhat of a young tenderoni. You know what I mean? So you still, you know, to me, there's still that chance to be flown out. If that's what you're looking for. If that's what, you know, you feel like you've missed the boat to have somebody fly you out. No, there are 50-year-old men, 55, 60, and they still are looking for, you know, young women, 30, you know, and some of them prefer a woman that has a, you know, a little seasoning on her, you know, a little older than 30. So that way, you know, she has a little seasoning, and so a lot of times those women are a little more hip to what's going on. I'm not flying. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not flying out there if I'm not interested in you. I would not. Now, me myself, like I said, I have been very much married, very very taken for a while. So these are just my views about it. And like I said, I was just triggered by the 37 because, you know, like I said, I'm just letting you know that I'm over 30. So for me, I'm like, why did they highlight 37? Don't do it. Don't do that. So I was like, you know, and like I said, the cougar thing, I'm like, why did I feel like in my mind a cougar, I don't know, 50 plus in my mind. I don't know, but you know, maybe that's just my view of what somebody considers a cougar. But like I said, there could be, you know, a man who, you know, works in finance, a guy who makes really good money, you know, he's 45, 40 plus, and he wants to fly you out. So it's not always like it's these young, really, really young guys, and all of them are looking for women 20 and under. 20 and under, you know, as far as that goes. All right, and let's see, we're gonna contour. So we got our contour brush. So this is what I'm telling you. So what I did was I did want to try. So this is Black Radiance. So it is I got it off of Amazon. It is a True Complexion contour palette. I did get it in dark to deep. Okay, because I wanted to try a powder not concealer, a powder contour. I normally do cream, but I was like, let me try it. It was on Amazon, no more than $10, you know. So let's see how this goes. It's gonna be my first time trying it, and this looks pretty dark, guys. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully we don't get this a muddy look. So I'm just gonna, you see that? Like, this is pigmented. So I just want to brush it because I don't want to do too much. So, as you see there. So far, I like the powder contour. Not bad, not bad. Now, the only reason that I wanted to try powder contour is because, let's see here, is because sometimes when I'm doing cream contour, sometimes the blending gets a little hard with all the other products that you may be using on your face. And I see that some people do use powder. So I was like, you know what? Let me try powder. Okay, so that's that. And let me add a little bit. Push this back. We're gonna need to add a little foundation there. Let's get off here. We're just gonna use a little bit of what's left over. And just to kind of push that on back. Don't forget your forehead if you got ooh, okay. Don't forget your forehead if you and there was, yeah, look at that. I think I like that. I feel like I'm able to control it better. For some reason when I use the cream, I don't feel like I can control it as well. So let's see. Let me get my other one. This is where I'm going to contour the nose a little. Wrong one. Wrong one. Okay. Contour the nose just a little. We're going to take a little dab because this stuff is pigmented. Very much pigmented. Let's see. All right. And we got to make sure we get them harsh lines, y'all. We can't, you don't leave them harsh lines. You just keep going until that is blended perfectly. No harsh lines, okay? All right. And we're going to do our blush and put on some brows. And I will be right back, okay? Okay. So I put the brows on. And I'm just going to use my spoolie. Just to give it that more natural, seamless look. All right, just brushing upward at the top of the brow. Okay. And remember, they're sisters, not twins. All right, so don't get too worried about all that. Don't get too worried. All right, so blush. All righty. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all's thoughts about 37, about being in your 30s. Did anybody else when they turned 30 have like a, I guess what you would call I guess that's not technically a midlife crisis, but a crisis nonetheless, a crisis. And maybe for different reasons other than why I had, my crisis. And I will say, I feel like I know who Demiki is better than ever. The older I get, I'm more confident in who I am. I'm more confident in who I am. I have a clear direction for where I want to go, goals that I want to go in. I will still say that some things are still foggy, and that's okay. Sometimes it's like that. I think the society has us to believe that we're going to have everything figured out. We're going to have a game plan for everything. And the way life works, even sometimes when you have everything figured out, everything doesn't go to plan. That's okay. You just have to make sure you stay on the path, that you stay You stay focused. If if something throws you off track, you get back on it and you stay focused. You have to understand that 30 isn't the end of your life. Life isn't over at 30. You know what I mean? You have so much more life to live, so much more to see, so much more to experience. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And I feel, like I said, I know who Demiki is more and more. The older I get, I know what it is that Demiki wants. I feel so much more confident in who I am and where I'm going. The things that normally somebody could tell me that would have me rethink things. Now I'm like, look, no, you're not gonna downplay the things that I want to do. You're not gonna have me second guessing things. Now, it's always good to have people that encourage you, but they can also highlight things that you might have not thought of in a positive way. You know what I mean? That's not a bad thing, because sometimes you're like, I didn't think about that. But that would be good, for me to know moving forward in the direction I'm going, because this is still where I'm going. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you all let me know, and let me go ahead finish off my blush. We just put that red flush back in our face, We're gonna put on some lashes. Okay. And so I told y'all that this is Bay. This is Bay. Urban Decay All Nighter is Bay. I use my Morphe. And the way the Morphe is that it's a mist setting spray. So sometimes you can't even tell that it's almost done. And that kind of, I was like, one day I'm going to just be ready to seal all this goodness in. And it's going to be like, no, sis, we done. We're done. Nothing else left. I was like, I don't like that. So, and it started to feel like it was getting close to the end. It was hard for me to tell. It was like an aerosol can. So I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm going back. I'm picking up my all night. I'm going back. Listen. This is back. This is still number one. So I went ahead and got my all nighter. All right. So I'm gonna spray that and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. And remember, the best thing I found out was how to, the hack of how to use regular lashes as magnetic lashes. If you missed that hack, go catch up on those videos, okay? But we're about to apply our lashes real quick. But I did want to say this. Listen, I'm going to say that our 30 and 40s are coming different than they have in the past. 30 and 40 is looking even more glamorous than it ever has. And if I say so myself, even 60's looking good if I throw my mama in there, because my mama, aunts too, mama, okay? All right, and this is me looking at the lash. All right, so we're gonna slide that baby on. All right, it's a pretty lash. These are some lashes from Amazon. You probably already knew. You probably already know, from Amazon. Okay, let's put on our second lash. All right. So y'all, stay beautiful. Don't let the age thing get to you. It's a blessing. I had to realize that it's a blessing to get older. Everybody isn't blessed in that way. So it's a blessing to get older. It's a gift. It's a gift from God to be able to get older. And society likes for us to see it as a bad thing. You know, you get wiser with age. Some of us even more beautiful. Okay? And like I said, it's just a blessing to be able to say that you saw that age. And we're not going to take any of our blessings for granted. Not any. None of our blessings for granted, okay? Oh yeah, these lashes are so gorgeous. Okay, y'all, look at it. And I like these. These give that wispy, very natural, wispy look. These are not those real shiny, plasticky looking lashes. So I love them. I'm in love. Okay. Brown liner. So yeah, y'all, leave me your thoughts. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Have you ever been flued out? Have you been a part of that culture? And like I said, I'm not mad at it at all. I just want my ladies to be careful, to be safe. And I want you to go with realistic expectations. That's all. But I'm not mad at it at all, okay? All right. And our NYX Butter Gloss. This is in Cranberry Pie. Wasn't sure which one I was going to go with today, but this one is... Okay. All right. So I love it. I love how it turned out. Now, y'all, I'm going to make sure that that I insert a picture once I have the hair together, the outfit together, all of that good stuff. So thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments. Definitely give me a thumbs up. It helps me out so much to give me a thumbs up, to give me a comment, even if it's an emoji, a heart emoji, you know, a thumbs up, anything, you know, it just definitely helps me out so much. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this makeup look. Again, I will have the products that I use in the description box. Thank you all so much again for returning to watch this. To any new viewers, thank you. Definitely stay tuned for more videos. If you have not watched all of my previous videos, catch up on those, okay? Because why not? Why not? Okay? All right, so thank y'all again. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and I will see y'all next time. Okay, and last but not least, if you are subscribed, make sure you have your notification bell on so you are notified every time I upload, okay? All right, I don't know what YouTube's doing. I don't know. But I'm trying to stay sane, okay? So definitely make sure you have that on so you're notified when I upload. And thank you all so much again. You all are awesome. Definitely, like I said, leave me some likes, leave me some comments. And I will definitely respond. I love talking with you all, okay? So have a wonderful Saturday. Have a blessed Saturday. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys. So this is today's fit. Y'all just saw the face. She came out really, really nice. Y'all see the lashes. Okay, I did go ahead and do my edges. I threw on my really thin herringbone. I have on a bralette. Okay, now this bralette, I got a few of them from Amazon. A few different colors. This one, I definitely, honestly need a bigger size. It does fit, but I can use a bigger size in this bralette. So it's a bralette. I do have on a blazer. So this blazer, it is a khaki colored blazer. Okay. This was one of my finds, one of my thrift finds, okay? I told y'all about thrifting. One of my thrift finds, I want to say I paid no more than about $6, $7 for this blazer. I got on my bralette. I have on my light shorts, all right? My light colored distressed shorts. Got a little distressing on them. And then I have on my, let me bring it down some, my nude colored heels. Now I go for my nude colored heels, okay? Hopefully y'all can see that. Hopefully y'all, oh. Listen, that's why I don't do extra tall heels, because I ain't that girl. And like I said, I'm already naturally tall. So this is the fit, all right? And let me see, let me grab a bag. Okay, now these shorts were featured in a previous video. I think it was a Pinterest inspired looks video. So these shorts are from Gabe's. I do have my Christian Dior bag, my nude heels that are from Amazon, okay? Bralette from Amazon. The actual blazer is thrifted, okay? And I just have my Christian Dior bag that I can do, or I may even do my YSL. I have a caramel color YSL bag, but for some reason this one, I feel like it's just a little bit more fitting. All right, y'all, so I'm about to head out. Again, like I said, y'all have a wonderful Saturday. Have a wonderful Saturday. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and I'll see you next time, okay?